handa na ba kayo? Dito naman po tayo sa legal counsel ni ex or resigned Ako Bicol Party List Congressman, the very controversial and the very missing Saldico, Attorney Rui Rondain. Hello, sir.
Hi,
Magandang araw po sa inyo. Siguro ang una kong tatanungin, hindi po ba kayo nagdalawang isip? Ilang beses kayo nag-isip bago ninyo tinanggap ang pagiging abogado kay Ginoong Ko?
Hindi naman ganun katagal. Ang pinag-isipan talaga namin, ako in particular, is whether kaya yung load ng firm. Pero kung yung moral issues, wala naman kaming moral issues.
Ganon.
Oh.
Paano ho ba nagkakaroon ng meeting of the minds? Kunwari, lalapit po sa inyo yung kliyente. Tapos kontrobersyal. Parang sa ngayon, ang pagpipinta kay Saldico is public enemy number 1. Parang ganyan, ano? What is your vetting para tanggapin ng isang kliyente?
Lumalapit yung isang kliyente, hindi ko naman tinitignan whether controversial or hindi. Mas concerned ako whether kung kaya ng firm, yung competence, kaya yung load, yung bigat ng trabaho, at saka kung may conflict. Kung pasado sa lahat ng yun, at saka maganda naman yung chemistry namin ng kliyente, mukha namang nagsasabi ng totoo, go.
Okay. So, in a nutshell, you believe that the cases against Saldico are all defensible?
Oh, yeah.
You're convinced?
I'm convinced. I don't just believe. I'm convinced.
Can you summarize it? I mean, can you summarize why it's defensible?
Iyon yung sinasabi ko kanina nung press conference, nung press briefing na natabingi na yung narrative eh. Kasi ang lumalabas ngayon, especially coming from some congressmen na maingay na yung insertions, krimen in itself. Hindi sa research ko, hindi naman krimen ang insertion, matagal nang ginagawa yan eh.
Ito yung kaso ni Congressman Toby Tiangco sa Ethics Committee.
Oh, yun.
Yung last-minute insertions.
Yes,
the
pinapalabas
last-minute
niya.
nature is not illegal per se.
No, in fact, pumapasa yan sa BICAM, sa Big BICAM, tapos pumapasa sa plenary, pinipirmahan ng presidente. And they've been doing this for years. I understand. No? Hindi masama yun. Ngayon ang narrative, masama na kagad yun eh.
Yes, akala nila yung insertion,
Correct.
Illegal. Hindi ito illegal.
Hindi illegal. Kinulayan na nila yun. Kaya nga insertion ng tawag. Hindi naman yun yung technical term, may congressional initiative or something. No? But sige na, wag na natin pansinin yan. Pagkatapos, ngayon, meron na yung, palagi ko na rin sinasabi to, na nagiging generic accusation. Na sinasabi, sagutin mo yung mga akusasyon sa'yo. And I keep saying, ano ba yung akusasyon? Sabihin muna niya sa akin, ikaw sanay ka na dito, di ba? Na pag merong criminal na accusation, sabihin niyo sa akin kung ano yung ginawa ko. Hindi yung pumunta ka dito, sagutin mo yung akusasyon. Up to now, tinatanong ko kung ano yung akusasyon eh.
Parang sabog yung akusasyon.
Yes.
It's like a balloon.
Yes.
It's like a balloon accusation. Kumbaga, sa ngayon, matindi na ang hinala.
Yes.
Oh, that is accurate to say.
Yes.
Matindi na ang hinala. Pero wala pa po kayong natatanggap na kahit na anong charge sheet, or what do you call that? Subpoena or what?
Yeah, meron na raw subpoena na sa ombudsman, meron din daw sa DOJ, pero hindi ko naman nakikita. So, hindi ko rin nakikita yung complaint. Kasi, as you know, no, malaki na exposure mo dito, hindi naman gagalaw ang abogado, ang defense, kung hindi nakikita ko ano yung accusation, hindi namin alam kung anong sasagutin namin eh. Pag ko sagutin yan, sabi mo muna sa akin kung ano yung inaakusar mo. Yan nga yung congressman, sinasabi siya, sagutin niya akusasyon. I keep asking, ano ba yung akusasyon? Wala naman siyang sinasabi, ina-evade niya yung issue eh.
So, sa lahat po ng mga press conferences, kapag kayo po ay humaharap sa media at tinanong nila, saan napunta yung 289 billion na insertion na yon? Nakinabang ba siya dito? Nakinabang daw siya ng 21 billion in kickbacks. Ano po ang sinasagot niyo?
Ang sagot ko dyan, wala siyang pakinabang na kickback. Yung mga insertion, kung saan napunta, excuse me, I assume napunta doon sa implementing agencies.
Okay.
Kung hindi pinigil ng palasyo, kasi meron din daw na veto, na line veto. So, hindi natuloy yun. Kung yung 2025 budget, I understand na mga 50% ang hindi in-implement. So, I don't know kung saan doon yung 21 billion. Kung ang question, apparently, doon papunta yan, meron bang tinanggap si Saldico? Wala. Wala siyang tinanggap.
So, wala siyang tinanggap itong 21 billion pesos in kickback. Saan po ba galing ito? Kay Bryce Hernandez po ba galing?
Iyan pa isa. Hindi ko alam kung sino nagsabi niyan eh. Kasi kung sino-sino na nagsasabi niyan, hindi ko narinig siya dyan. But I assume it's one of them. No? Either si Hernandez or si Mr. Alcantara. I don't know.
And your position is, whatever amount anyone thinks that Saldico may have pocketed or kickback ito, ay kailangan patunayan.
Yes.
Paano mapapatunayan?
Hindi naman.
Theoretically, paano mapapatunayan kung tumanggap ng kickback ang isang congressman na nag-insert ng budget?
Kung meron kang smoking gun, hand to hand, hindi ba? From Pedro to the accused,
Like
to
a
my
trail.
client, di ba? Well, smoking gun, kung meron kang photograph, di ba? Kung meron kang confession. Pero otherwise, pwede kang may money trail.
Like bank accounts.
Yes, like bank accounts. But you'd be foolish to do that, no?
Right. Meaning
To create a trail.
to
going
create a
back to
trail.
you, di ba?
Ito nga ang sinasabi ko, kung matagal na itong ginagawa, decades and many administrations ago since, then these congressmen know what they're doing at ginagawa nila ito kasi nga hindi sila mahuhuli. Okay, so...
Yes, that's a good point. In fact, na-mention ko na rin yan. Someone said, I don't remember kung sino, sabi niya, may mga SALN yung mga yan, oficiales na yan, na kung meron kang kickback or may nanakawin ka, ilalagay mo ba naman sa SALN mo yan? Obviously, hindi ba? And dinidikit ko yan kay representative ko. Tignan nyo yung SALN niya. Ang opening SALN niya ng 2019 is 4.1 billion. Tumas nga yan. Up to now, di ko pa rin ako-confirm. Mga 5 billion, I think. Is he foolish enough to put money in his SALN, to declare money in his SALN kung hindi legal yung source nun?
So meaning, sa pagpasok niya noong 2019, mayaman na siya. Bilyonaryo na talaga siya.
Yes.
And what was his business before?
Marami. 44
marami.
private
Okay.
corporations.
Okay. Ngayon, kapag sinabi po, balik po tayo dun sa 289 billion peso insertion and the 21 billion peso kickback. You're saying kung walang trail, smoking gun, is a witness considered a smoking gun?
Sure. So long
Pero
as
pwede rin pong bayaran ng witness, di ba?
pwede rin. But all things being equal, kung meron kang witness, so long as credible yung witness.
Meaning, when
Kapani-paniwala.
if you cross-examine dates, mga itsura ng mga
Yes.
tao, kung saan.
Yes. At saka kailangan consistent sa experience of humankind. Hindi naman pwedeng sabihin niya, pumunta nga ako sa Paris, doon ko dineliver yung pera. Tapos one day lang ako sa Paris. Hindi credible eh.
Can you be charged based on circumstance?
Sure. Sure. Kung malakas yung circumstance kasi the law doesn't always require naman direct evidence. Eh.
Right. Pero hindi pa rin po ninyo natatanggap. Wala kayong natatanggap na charges?
Wala eh.
And a subpoena, hindi a-appear kung hindi naman natanggap ng personal?
Oo.
Hindi
Oo.
pwedeng kayo po ang tumanggap for your client?
Hindi ako authorized. Eh. Under the rules, kailangan hand-to-hand yung subpoena. Parang summons. Sa civil case, ganun din.
At dahil hindi siya makita, hindi siya mahanap, hindi maibigay yung subpoena.
Correct.
Hindi pwedeng email.
Hindi pwedeng email. Hindi ko alam kung iniba nila yung rules ng Senado or di ko alam yung internal rules ng ICI kung pwedeng email. But parang it doesn't make sense. Eh.
Right.
Kasi
and
think
you don't
about
know
it.
who opened his email.
Yes, and think about it. Kung wala naman dito yung tao, paano mo ipafuersahin na bumalik? Di ba? Hindi naman fair na gagamitin mo yung subpoena mo to force someone who's legitimately out of the country para bumalik. Di ba? Think about it. Kung Pilipino ka, nakatira ka, nag-aaral ka sa wherever, sa Massachusetts. Di ba? Tapos isa-serve ka ng email, mag-appear ka dito, otherwise papa-aresto ka namin if you don't appear. Parang hindi naman yata fair. Eh, nag-aaral ka dun eh, just because
And
kailangan
you
ka
cannot
nila.
be compelled.
You certainly can't be compelled.
Okay.
But yung question is yung justice of having you arrested when you're legitimately not within the jurisdiction.
This is the latest I heard, that they can have him arrested.
They can issue a warrant of arrest, but having it implemented abroad, that might be problematic.
Oh, okay. What will it take for somebody like him in another country, possibly in a country in Europe where there is no extradition treaty? What does it take for that to be possible?
Eh kung no extradition treaty, wala na yun. Kasi he cannot be extradited. Kung mayroong extradition treaty, you go to extradition proceedings.
Okay.
Pwede
And
yun.
what about arresting him? Hindi rin pwede.
You have to coordinate with the local police forces to arrest him.
Even in a country without an extradition treaty? He can be arrested there?
I don't know. Depende sa local law. No? We're not talking about Zaldi. You're asking in general.
Theoretically,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, I know sa US, I know a little of US law. Hindi mo pwedeng arestuhin basta-basta yun. Di ba you go to the US, let's say you go to New York, and you come up with a Philippine arrest warrant, they're gonna say, We don't know what that is. Diba?
right.
That's a piece of paper as far as we're concerned.
Oo. Now, ito pong kanyang pagkakabitaw bilang isang congressman, his resignation automatically makes the ethics committee charge against him null and void.
Moot na
Moot and academic,
Yes.
sorry. Okay. So wala na po yun.
Wala na.
Revised penal codes, malversation of public funds, and falsification of public documents. Ano po yung finalsify niya na public document?
I don't know.
Ay, hindi
That's
rin
the
ko
thing.
alam.
Yan na nga yung sinasabi nila. Merong malversation, merong falsification of what? It's not, Corina, law is not rocket science. It's, in fact, sabi nga, it's a matter of logic. Pag akusahan mo ako na nagnakaw ako, ang tatanungin ko, saan ako nagnakaw, kailan, magkano ba ninakaw ko, paano ko ba ninakaw? Diba? Pag tayo nag-argue sa mga kaibigan natin, ikaw, linoko mo ko. Diba? Kailan ka talinoko, paano kita linoko? Yun ang mga specifications na kailangan. So, ganyan din. Kung sasabihin natin na nag-malverse siya, magkano, paano, kailan, things like that.
What about all this speculation about his connection to Speaker Martin Romualdez?
Hindi pwede kung speculation.
Okay.
Connected naman sila because colleagues sila sa Kongreso. But whether that translates to criminal activity, ibang storya yan.
Okay.
Diyan walang bali yung speculation. Because...
Mahalin mo!